Kia ora, no mai haere mai, bula vanaka, alofa lava, malo alei, and welcome, kia ora e te whānau. Welcome here to the Whitestone Contracting Stadium in Oamaru for a mouth-watering encounter that's about to take place here. It is an absolute biggie. We have, of course, the New Zealand Heartland 15 just off the bounce, a win on the bounce there against the Canterbury 15, taking on today the New Zealand Barbarians outfit. Two incredibly strong sides that will be going toe-to-toe today here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium in Oamaru. It's going to be an absolute epic encounter. As you can see, a little bit of drizzle around here in Oamaru, but the picture outside is an absolute state. It is in a beautiful state when I talk states, this ground, and just can't wait to go. So lucky to be here today. New Zealand Heartland 15, we're going to run through their team first of all. So starting from loosehead prop, Whakatava, the co-captain, Anderson and Kearns, the front row, and of course Clark and Hay Horton, the experience there at the locks. Foot, Joyce and Horrocks rounding out the loose forward trio for the Heartland 15. William Wright, the other co-captain at halfback. Briggs there, the general at 10. Fafita and Anderson, their experience there in the midfield. Morgan and Malanathangi on the wings, and it is Roberts Tanana rounding things out at fullback for the Heartland 15. On the bench for them, Malpisi, Tailaga, Williamson, Taumata, Taumahuni, Whakato, Fafita, Niels and Whale. New Zealand Heartland 15, the New Zealand Barbarians side today, starting from loosehead prop, their front row, Walsh, McDonald, of course the experienced hooker there today for the side, captaining the side, and Muffy, the front row, Aho and Shelfoon, the locks. Nyata, Taylor and Rasali, the loose forwards today. The generals, Maclay and Smith, running the cutter at halfback and first five. The midfield, Cook and Savaiti, and the wingers, Gray, Arcee and Van Voot at the back, at fullback for the New Zealand Barbarians side. We'll be getting underway very shortly. Today's referee, Fraser Hannon, and our ARs will be Jackson Henshaw and Chris Paul. And two very experienced coaches with wonderful CVs, of course. Head coach Nigel Walsh, who is running an absolute dynasty at South Canterbury, of course, gone back-to-back winners there of the Meads Cup. And head coach Dave Dillon, who's had plenty to do with New Zealand rugby, and a great former player, of course, with a plenty side. Just to name one side that Dave Dillon has played for over his time, they are the head coaches. And look, there's been a bit of rain around. It will be slightly damp underfoot, but dry earlier today. We've seen some rain. We've got the hills in the background. And as you can see now, just looking at the footage, we've got some supporters flocking in down here. And just wanted to say a big thank you today as well to both New Zealand Rugby and North Otago Rugby for bringing you this one. They've done a lot of work to get the ground in shape and get everything ready to go. North Otago Rugby and New Zealand Rugby Union, a massive contribution as well. And just to Asher Oliver, Creative Marketing, bringing you this one. Basically, it's rural, it is bespoke live stream, and a wonderful day to be here bringing this one for these guys. And one of the last first-class games of rugby for the year. Of course, we've got the Blackburns England tonight, but one of the last first-class games of rugby that we will see. Of course, we're into November, and it could be one of the most exciting games of first-class rugby. Even though it is slightly damp underfoot, I really don't think that it's going to wreck these guys' spirits all too much. And I'm sure they'll be looking to throw the ball around. As you can see there, the Whitestone Contracting Limited. Beautiful ground. As we can see, more supporters coming in. Had a few having coffees and some food so far today. I'm sure they will turn some of those coffees to alcoholic beverages perhaps later on in the day, or a few Sprites. But just waiting for the two sides to come out onto the ground here. We'll be back with you very shortly as the two teams run out onto the ground. So just before we have the captains, of course, Quinton McDonald leading his side onto the ground, and William Wright, I'm just going to bring in, very lucky to be joined by Neil Oliver. Neil will be bringing you some comments throughout the game. He's told me not to throw him on all too much. But Neil, wonderful job you've got here. Of course, the father of Asher Oliver, who's doing the creative marketing. Great to have you on.
Thanks, Tony. We were up at 5:30 this morning to get going here, had everything going beautifully, and then the camera stopped. But we've got around that gremlin, and I've just raced down to the warehouse in Oamaru. Shout out to them, and got an umbrella because the weather turned. But it's just sort of cleared a bit again, hasn't it, Donny? So it might be okay. A little bit wet underfoot.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. It's looking okay as we see the captains leading their sides out. And it was Josh Clark, the co-captain here. He is a very good player, Josh Clark, and he is co-captaining this with William Wright. So we saw Josh Clark leading out New Zealand Heartland 15. We saw the experienced Quinton McDonald leading out the New Zealand Barbarians side onto the ground today. And Quinton McDonald, of course, plays his rugby with the Tasman Marcos, and Joshua Clark, a local here. So a very special day for him, captaining the North Otago team, just as we wait now for the anthems.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
And a beautiful thing there, the New Zealand national anthem sung here in Oamaru. And what an occasion, two sides for these players to be able to showcase their skills. And this will mean a lot to them to represent New Zealand's side. What an honour to be able to represent a New Zealand selected Barbarians side. And of course the Heartland Championship, Bunnings Heartland Championship, they've worked oh so hard to make this New Zealand side, as we see about to perform. The Kamati Haka is the New Zealand Heartland 15. Brace yourself at the ready. Here goes. There goes nothing. Beautiful there version of the Kamati Haka performed by the New Zealand Heartland 15. Right up the front there, as you can see, showing plenty of mana, plenty of spirit. There, of course, Keanu Taumata has been playing his rugby in the Poverty Bay region over the last couple of seasons. Very good, loose forward. And we're about to get underway, proceedings almost underway here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium here in Oamaru. Beautiful day, and as we can see, it's starting to slightly clear now. And it will be the first five of the New Zealand Barbarians. Byron Smith, young player who's been playing some rugby up in Auckland. And prospects are looking very bright. And we'll get to see him showing us his ability today and his natural skill. A lot of young players today getting an opportunity. So plenty of futures in this game for a lot of these young players who play throughout the regions of the Bunnings Heartland Championship, NPC and Club Rugby. And here we go. The ball has come down straight away on the boot to ball. Sam Briggs. Briggs putting this one down towards the touchline. Here we go, Van Voot. And running it straight away. Here goes the New Zealand Barbarians outfit. He is taken in the tackle. Heading up towards the, of course, well inside the New Zealand Heartland 15 half. And here we go, here's Smith. Nice option. Looking for his blindside flanker, Nyata. Runs the ball well. And Cook tucks that nicely, and they go to the right winger here. And it is, of course, we've got Arcee and Gray both today playing. Wonderful wingers, of course. Arcee plays for the Otago NPC side in Counties Manukau, Joshua Gray. And they throw it wide, the big number 8, Rasali. Rasali up past the 22-metre line here for the New Zealand Barbarian side. Strong start for them. Aho now with the ball. Gathering backs McClay. McClay Smith almost through a bit of a half break there. He finds his open side flanker, Harry Taylor. Of course, plays his rugby for the Otago NPC side, joining the Barbarians. And Barbarians racing up towards their try line here. Some desperate defence coming here from the New Zealand Heartland 15, who are looking to hold them out inches away. They go low, they go low, they go over. Try time early, New Zealand Barbarians getting across the line.
New Zealand Barbarians.
I was trying to count phases there, Donny. I think there was at least 8. They did well. Start of the game, wet ball. Great stuff.
Just looking to see who the try scorer is. We will come back there with confirmation of the try scorer. But yes, a very nice start, Neil. Some nice phases and just going low, going hard, keeping it in the forwards and playing some clever rugby on that occasion. Successful conversion there. Took the touch judges just a little bit of time to give that, but it is successfully converted. And what a start inside the first minute of this one. The New Zealand Barbarians strike first at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium here in Oamaru and leading this one 7 points to 0. And they go down. The kick-off semi-deep one there. Nyata's bringing this out. And it is the New Zealand Barbarian side who look to tuck it back. Some real pressure there from Fafita. And referee comes back for a knock-on on the 22-metre line, and it will be New Zealand Barbarians ball here. We'll come back with confirmation of the try scorer as soon as we're able to get that for you. Of course, very low down there in the mall. They crashed over. But for now, it is the New Zealand Barbarians, loose head and lead. And an interesting start here to see the two bookends going at one another. First scrum of the match. And a nice platform set from the New Zealand Barbarians side, who have done extremely well here. It's scrum time, and the referee's got his arm up here. The referee, of course, Fraser Hannon. Some nice meter reading here from the New Zealand Barbarian side, and it's Nyata. Showing us how good he is, Nyata. Right, moving it now. Little chip kick across. A bit of pressure on Gray there, and the referee coming back for that original scrum penalty. So it will be the New Zealand Barbarians who are leading this one here, 7-0 with the penalty. He's come back up towards the 22-metre line. Very strong scrum, nice start. Yeah, Murphy, Welsh, McDonald, and the whole 8. Very happy with that. Really precedence was set in scrum time. Very important, of course, the set pieces today. As we see Byron Smith popping that down into the touchline. And we'll have a line out. Barbarians ball. And of course, the experienced man from the Marco, Quinton McDonald, throwing this in, of course, plenty of time with the Crusaders. And he is throwing that in crisp and nicely done. Here come the Barbarians. Nyata. Now with the ball. Nice pull back. Nicely done. Here come the Barbarians. Smith. Smith now a little bit of a half break and he's gone straight through. Look at him racing away here, RC. Some real pressure on heading up towards the 22 line, and it's Shelfoon who's playing halfback there. And unfortunately for the Barbarians, unable to hold on to the ball, but their attacking prowess so far, bases are stringing together using their strong ball runners. We've seen a lot of danger out there and putting some serious pressure on the New Zealand Heartland 15. Lucky for the Heartland 15, they will be there loose head and feed, and they'll want to get the scrum right early doors. 7 playing 0 here. Of course, at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium, where the rain has completely eased off. I hope it goes over the hills and remains that way, I'm sure. So just to remind you here, so you know, it is 7 playing 0. New Zealand Barbarians leading the New Zealand Heartland 15. Nice start for them. Just showing how dangerous they are with the ball in hand. And so they should be. Got a lot of NPC players throughout the team. Of course, Van Boot, Southland, Grey, Otago, RC, Counties, Manukau. Yeah. I was referring to that earlier. Just to name a few, of course, Harry Taylor, the open side, playing for Otago, Donald Marco. So plenty of stars, of course, in the side. Played some rugby for Otago, Rosali, Wellington B, Thames Valley, Marfi. Give you a bit of an idea. Some of the provinces this New Zealand Barbarian sides represents. And New Zealand Heartland 15, of course, honk that downfield. Sam Briggs, speaking of teams, he's been brilliant winning the Meads Cup once again with the South Canterbury side, and the ball has come down. And boot to ball. Nicely done there by Roberts Tanana. New Zealand Barbarians have come up with it. Aho. And some nice crisp passing. And here we go. Yep, Joe Cook. McClay. New Zealand Barbarians holding on to the ball here. McClay again. At wide, Byron Smith decides to go for the cutout ball. And here he is using Nyata. Nyata strutting forward, putting some serious pressure on the Heartland 15. And once again, McClay with it. Beautiful run from Smith. Still with the ball. They're coming in and they're coming fast, the Barbarians. Savahiti's proving very tough to take down. They do manage to get him down. Moving with it now, lower than a snake's belly. It is McClay. McClay getting plenty of time on the ball. And referee's got his arm up here, and the Barbarians looking to crash over, and they've scored again. They get across the line. What a start from the New Zealand Barbarians here. Simply outstanding rugby so far. And they get over the try line for a nicely worked try. Referee had his arm up for the penalty, but it doesn't matter because they have come up with the try. In the phase play, it's been brilliant. They're showing a lot of attacking nous and just not panicking. Not panicking when they've had the ball in hand. Suddenly scores 12 playing 0 here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium in Oamaru. To come, Byron Smith, and they look like the key difference so far is Kieran McClay and Byron Smith. They're causing mayhem through the middle, their pace, getting their passes away. Outstanding work so far. He gives that a toe poke and gets it over. Successful conversion. New Zealand Barbars out to a nice start here. 14, playing 0. Barbarians leading the Heartland 15. Try scorer before, just to let you know who got the try. The man in the headgear will get you a jersey number any second now. Was the outside centre, Naki Savaiti, who got over for that one. And here come the Barbarians. Once again, they're using Nyata a lot, and off his shoulder, like any good player, is, of course, Taylor. So some nice work there for the loose forwards. Now Savaiti deciding to go wide, and here's a real attacking threat. Cutting that back on the inside. Is it going to bounce up for them? He's done really well there, Douglas Horrocks, to get that ball, because there were real problems. Those outside runners look so good. They're going to have to watch it. RC really threatening out there. But the Barbarians have come up with it. Douglas Horrocks doing a good job and basically stopping that attacking threat. And the big old Gary Owen come up and out on the full. So Touchy will take that back. Barbarians, who were looking for a nice break. The knock. Yes, I thought they weren't going to get one there. Joe Cook looked like he was gone for all money, but we will come back to the line out. And I'll tell you what, New Zealand Heartland 15 will just want to slow things down here slightly, because it's been helter-skelter from the Barbarians. 14 playing 0. And an interesting line out, but Joe Walsh, of course the Southland man, came up for it. Now they look to use the wide channels and they go to Gray. Gray looking to get around his man, taking on a nice tackle, holds on to the ball up to the 22-metre line, the New Zealand Barbarian side, taking it on. And unfortunately unable to hold on to it on that occasion. It is the Heartland 15 who come up with the ball. It is the fullback, Roberts Tanana. Brilliant player from, of course, the Ngāti Porou East Coast side. And then the chip from Briggs. Briggs trying to make something happen here. I can see why he wants to do it. Hasn't been the right move on that occasion. Suddenly McClaig's got it. And now racing away is the New Zealand Barbarians side. That's the danger of course, kicking it away and not being able to claim it. Suddenly you're under huge pressure here. Here come the Barbarians. McClay using his tight forwards. Rumbling towards the try line, and they have a penalty. It is the referee, Fraser Hannon, who has his arm up. So a penalty for the New Zealand Barbarian side. 14 playing 0 here. Once again, a big thanks to New Zealand Rugby and North Otago Rugby for having us here. I'm Donnie Bell, bringing you this one. Had the pleasure of commentating the Bunnings Heartland Championship this season. What a brilliant competition, of course, for these very proud families, being able to see their husbands, sons, brothers, you name it, fathers, showcasing their skills. And of course, these Barbarians involved in both the NPC and Heartland Championship. And here they come, rumbling forward. Look at the rolling ball. McDonald's got it trapped at the back. Here come the Barbarians. Heading towards the line, some nice defensive work from the Heartland 15. And it is held up over the line. So that's on 2 occasions now, back-to-back, that New Zealand Heartland 15 have showed some wonderful defence and just some brilliant heart, some real ticker and nous defending and holding this Barbarians side out, but they are really well and truly hanging on by the skin of their teeth. And it will be, of course, a goal line dropout with the new rules held up over the goal line. And there we go. The drop out. Bringing it back is Gray. Here come the New Zealand Barbarians side heading up inside the half of New Zealand Heartland 15. And looking to get on with it. He's really impressing me here in Macleay. Nine didn't pay off on that occasion, but he looks so lively, and that's what you want from any good halfback. Got to bring in the energy we see from Aaron Nugget Smith, bringing that sort of energy into the game so far. And great to have such a good crowd in today. North Otago Rugby will be really rapt to be able to showcase this. Of course, one of their locals, Josh Clark, captain today, one of the co-captains. Him and, of course, the experienced William Wright. It means so much to him being the most experienced campaigner in this New Zealand Heartland side, playing in his 11th game for New Zealand Heartland 15. Bit of a stat there, and well covered. We've got some Wanganui, South Canterbury, Mid Canterbury players, Thames Valley covered off. Brilliant to see. As you can see the scrum here, William Wright about to get the ball in. We will talk about the different provinces the sides are playing for, but 14 playing nil, and some huge pressure coming on, and a scrum penalty to the New Zealand Barbarians side. We've done so well, and they go quick, and they go straight away. It's Rasali in the centre. Savaiti is over. Try time, and New Zealand Barbarians, they have started this game bigger than Ben-Hur, bigger than Texas here. What a start for them. 19 playing nil here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium. New Zealand Heartland 15 with all the work to do, but I have to credit the way the New Zealand Barbarians are going about this game. They are holding on to the ball. They are dominating the set piece, especially at scrum time so far, and they're just putting together a few phases off their big runners. Once again, we see Savaiti look extremely dangerous. Nice run from Rasale, and over they go. 19 playing nil here. And banks it straight between the horns. Absolutely no problemo here for Byron Smith. And New Zealand Barbarians leading this one. 20 minutes gone in this first half. 19 playing nil. Beg your pardon, 21 zip. Have not missed one so far. 20 to go, 21 nil. New Zealand Heartland now with the work to do. Riggs kicking off. About to kick off. You see, just having a quick chat with Fraser Hannon, checking everyone's on side. And here we go. Black and whites of the New Zealand Heartland 15. So many good players, and we saw such a dominant win the other day over Canterbury. 41-17, really blown away up there in the high altitude in the high belt of Methven, up in the mountains, doing a nice job. And how's that for a cross kick on an absolute sixpence? And he finds his winger, the left winger, of course, Arcee. And unable to hold on to the ball, New Zealand Barbarians. They've dropped a few balls, but haven't been too concerned. So they've just been getting it back so swiftly. But a chance here now for the New Zealand Heartland 15. I know the captain, William Wright, will want to get things going here. Just to tell you a bit about some of the teams, South Canterbury, some great representation. Of course, the current Leeds Cup holders, we've got Akatava, Anderson, Finley Joyce, the open side flanker, right the halfback, Briggs the first five, playing Fafita the inside centre, all starting, all South Canterbury players today. So if you look at that, 3 in the back line, then we've got 3 in the forward pack as well, so 6 starting South Canterbury players, truly reflecting their dominance at a Heartland level. And here we go, here's William Wright, getting on with it, looking to get something going here, the Heartland 15. And playing halfback, you don't see it every day, is Josh Clark. And unfortunately, they're unable to hold on to it, the Heartland 15. And some real pressure coming on for them. And just to let you know, we've got the scoreboard up and humming. 21 here playing zip. Our technical advisors here, of course, have got that running. And just to let you know, 17 and a half to go, but appreciate your patience. Appreciate your wonderful support today, getting around such a really special game for these guys. It'll mean a lot to them being out there, and I know it means a lot to the families, and just a real honour to be able to commentate this broadcast. We do hope it's going to get a little tighter, unless you're supporting the Barbarians. A really nicely taken line out there from Shelfoon. Of course, he's been playing some rugby in Southland and getting on with it. New Zealand Barbarians, who have been simply relentless in their play. Aho, 10 metres out here. Go to the loose head prop, it's Walsh. Some nice ball retention, very meticulous play here. And he decides to go with a cross kick, Smith. And some real pressure, nicely done from the New Zealand Heartland 15. Alanathangi holding on to that one. Referee though, Fraser Hannon, has come back for the penalty. So interesting to see. Like to see what they're going to do here. And they're going old school in true Barbarian fashion. The old tap and go. And on they go to McDonald. McDonald straight through, soft defence there. They'll be disappointed, I'm sure, there with their defence just not quite coming to the play there. The New Zealand Heartland 15, and it is the blindside flanker, Nayata, who gets over. They'll be slightly disappointed, just a little bit soft there defensively, but at the same time, we've got to credit there's some big, strong runners who are coming at them relentlessly, and on the back end of penalties, there's not a lot you can do to be able to stop that all too much, but they've got to make their first up tackles here. Credit, though, has to go to New Zealand Barbarians, getting it done there, 4th try. Now on this one, 15 to go, leading 26-0, kick to come. And easy as you like. You wouldn't think you'd miss from there. He could have literally thrown that ball over the posts. Successful conversion, Byron Smith. Try Louis Nayata. And it is New Zealand Barbarians leading this one here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium here in Oamaru. 28-0. And I'll tell you what, Neil, I'm going to catch my breath quickly. So far, some brilliant rugby we've seen from the New Zealand Barbarians outfit.
Yeah, the Heartland team haven't quite hit the ability they showed in that first game at Mifflin, where they were very strong against the Canterbury 15. So just see if they can turn it around. Still plenty of time to go. See what happens.
So just to let you know, of course, we've seen Savaiti cross over for 2 tries today. And just so you know, the first try scorer of the game today was Murphy, who scored, and Nayata has scored a try as well. So 4 tries. Try scorers Murphy, Nayata, and Savaiti with a double at outside centre. Important we know everybody who has managed to crash over today. This is something they'll never forget, of course, in front of this fantastic crowd here in Oamaru. 13 to go. Loose head and feed on halfway. New Zealand Barbarians. Another big scrum. Nice platform. They go wide. McClay shifting it wide. Van Voot into the line nicely. Also Woodland Southland fullback. Very good player. Chris Ali playing his rugby up there at Wellington B. Back into the traffic. New Zealand Barbarians direct. Here's Cook. Through. Icing through. Cook. Tries the grubber. New Zealand Heartland have come up with it. Very good play from the 6'5" Joe Cook, and the Heartland 15 have done well. Absolutely honking that ball downfield. Need to come up and put some pressure on the Barbarians here. Van Voot running up towards the halfway line. Cook again. It's a dangerous player, Joe Cook. All of them today, the New Zealand Barbarians. Murphy through. Tell you what, that's a run and a half for Murphy.
It was a great final tackle from Mr. Wright there, though, wasn't it?
Brave, very brave from Mr. Wright. Tell you what, look at cattle truck coming in thermonuclear. Tough tackle to make. Brilliant run from Murphy. Some brave work from Wright. Co-captain. He's won his side of scrum here. Where did they need that? So here we go, Willie Wright throwing this one in, some big pressure coming on. Here we go, Tanana. Tanana, beautiful offload here. Now the Heartland 15, Malanafangi back into Wright, showing a bit of counter-attacking. They kick it down, it's Van Voot, who's got it here for the Barbarians. Van Voot running away with it, looking to throw it out to the wider channels, and he does. He finds Gray out there. Gray, of course. NPC winger. Very dangerous player, McClay. Now with the ball, Cook. Oh, still with it here, the Barbarians. McClay onto Smith. Smith with a grubber. And New Zealand Heartland come up with it. Briggs. Now getting on with it. Left winger here, Fletcher Morgan. What a player he is. The goal-kicking winger from the Thames Valley Swamp Foxes. We'll talk a bit more about some of the provincial sides being represented by the Heartland 15, but in the meantime, we're getting on with it. Briggs. Horrocks with a wide ball. Tanana. Tanana looking to go around his man. Malanafangi unable to hold on to his feet. Horrocks has gone back. A good player out of the Wanganui region. His brother, of course, big pardon, his cousin, fantastic player as well. At halfback, Lindsay Horrocks. And New Zealand Heartland with the ball here. William Wright. Now moving at Briggs. And they go out wide, and here he is. Finley Joyce from the Temuka Club. Unfortunately, unable to hold on to it. And Van Voot puts boot to ball. So Heartland there, they had a bit of a go, Neil. They are trying to throw around the ball, trying to get something going here in this game.
Yeah, they were a lot more competitive just there, weren't they? A couple of their good players from the Mifflin game showing out as well. Good to see. At number 15, good player.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Neil, they're a great side, this Heartland side. Well, when I say great, they were great during the week. It really is a step up for them today, but you can see they're really trying out there, can't you? Trying to get something going, and off the back of the line out, they have a bit of a chance. Look at that passing right, Tanana looking to clean things up for the Heartland 15. Well inside their own 22. And here they go, surging forward. That's a nice run there from the blind side flanker, Caleb Foot, out of the King Country region. Connor Anderson, Nuggety hooker. And referees pulled this one up. Players still playing on. Referees come back. And it will be Barbarians, loose head and feet. So just going to talk about a little bit more about the Heartland sides being represented here from the Heartland 15. We've got West Coast, the Lahore Cup winners, Tyler Kearns and Shane Anderson from the West Coast side being represented. Josh Clark, of course, the local boy, North Otago. Peter Travis Hay Horton with Wanganui, him and Douglas Horrocks. Caleb Foot, we just talked about King Country. And then the players still to be named is Fletcher Morgan, Thames Valley. A wonderful season up there. A really great player with a bright future, being a pinpoint goal kicker, long range, from the corner, however you like it. Malanafangi, extremely dangerous winger out of Wanganui. And of course, Roberts Tanana on the East Coast, getting them to a Meads Cup semi-final and almost going one bigger to the final. We'll talk about the reserves very shortly, but in the meantime, just wanted to give you a bit of background about these players in case you're unaware what sides are being represented. Talked a bit about the NPC sides and club sides. Barbarians have, and the Barbarians have the ball on the 22-metre line now. Some sharp defence, and New Zealand Heartland have come up with it, and right goes to Briggs. Good to ball. Real pressure here with that high ball to take it, and Byron Smith absolutely swallows it up for breakfast. No problems there. So New Zealand Barbarians, 7 minutes to go, leading this one 28-0. And here they come. Rosali Any a chat going on out there from the New Zealand Barbarians side. They go to Joe Walsh. Centering that back here towards the middle of the ground. Nice tackle made on Murphy. Had to be made. Now they go wide. Here's Cook. McDonald. Back into the wider channels. Now they go back to the left-hand side of the ground. Aho. And referee said it goes back. He's playing play on here. And unable to hold on to that. So just not able to quite string that one together. It's dropped by Savaiti, and yeah, they look tough to stop, this New Zealand Barbarian side now.
Yeah, they do. There's some good tackles going. I noticed 8 and 6 for Heartland are both putting in some big tackles there. Someone's nicked my program, so I can't see who they were. Can you just say who they were, Donnie?
I can tell you, 8 and 6, Douglas Horrocks and Caleb Bott.
Yeah, they're having
both good players. Yeah.
They are. They're putting some big tackles in there.
Very hearty players is a word I'd use, and we've seen that throughout the season.
I see a couple of the Heartland guys having their hands on their knees. They're a bit tired from this first 35 minutes. But there's some good reserves to come in the second half as well, though, the Heartland team.
They've had to do a fair bit of defending, and they will use their bench. Very strong bench. Of course, Buller representative Malpisi, fantastic hooker. I'm sure he'll get on. And some good front rows. Tylaga, South Canterbury, Williamson from Mid Canterbury, of course, the fridge, Adam Williams. Player, Kana Taumata.
Yeah, favourite of us Mid Cantabrians.
Yes, I bet. Having a Mid Canterbury background, of course, Mount Summers background. We'll talk more about that. Now, as we see the Heartland 15 holding on to the ball, I'm sure you're very happy to see Adam Williamson score a double.
Yeah.
Not bad for a prop. Here comes Tala, looking to light things up here, and they've got it back. Melanakagi with the ball. I beg your pardon, Melanathangi had the ball, unable to hold on to it. Beautiful glimpses of what the New Zealand Heartland 15 can do. And they will not give up in this fight. Still plenty of time to go in this one. 5 minutes to go in the, of course, still in the first half. Some nice running, and I like the way they attack that, putting some real threat. And you've got to have a go in these games.
Indeed, yeah.
McDonald wants his man. Rosali, I'll tell you what, he's thrown a few line-outs in this time. Conor McDonald, now in his mid-30s. He's been a very well-established player, played some rugby abroad, and is, I'll tell you what, anybody who knows Quinton McDonald knows how meticulous he is and how much work he puts into his rugby, hence why he has played, of course, at the top level. Super Rugby, New Zealand Māoris.
There's a lot of good McDonald's in Melbourne, isn't there, Donnie?
Yes, of course, his father is a very good player as well. His brother Jesse, of course, he had a Marlborough Boys College. McDonald boys played against Quinton, I believe, once upon a time. I think I was coming off the bench. And here we go. New Zealand Barbarians, he certainly wasn't coming off the bench, I'll tell you that much. And here we go, Melanathangi with the ball, holding on to it here, the Heartland 15. Love to see it. Love to see running rugby, and also we love to see the fact the sun's out. Running rugby from both sides. We're hoping for plenty of it. We are seeing he's right. Looking to get on with it, and his team's got a penalty. So a chance here to do something from the line out. Still time here in the first half to look to get some points on the board. No changes as of yet. Keep you informed. Once again, a big shout. Wonderful job. Local man, Asher Oliver, who does a lot of work in Christchurch with the Sydenham Rugby Club and Mid Canterbury, and puts a lot of hours into things as creative marketing, bringing you this rural bespoke online stream today. And a big thank you to New Zealand Rugby for looking after us.
Bit of a controversial decision there. The number 8 from Heartland wasn't very happy about that one.
Yeah.
It was out on the pool.
They'll be disappointed. That's gone out on the full.
It was a good kick otherwise.
Yeah, it was a real opportunity for them, and just not being able to deal with it. But they got a chance here. Fortunately, got to work it out from their 22, but they'll have the belief. They showed they can score from anywhere on Wednesday, and during the Heartland they could, but it's been turned over. Look at that buck here; it's just relentless. Nice ball from Savaiti back into Cook. And here they come. McClay, nice work here. He's a hard man to stop as Murphy. And moving it wide, and unable to hold on to it on that occasion, of course. Mossy Murphy. This is rugby for Thames Valley.
Quinton's got a bit tired there. He's taking a break.
I bet he has. I've had to do plenty of running in this one. And I'll take you through the rest of the players. Tal Mahoney, South Canterbury, 20, reserved for the Heartland side. Whakatau Fafita, a local boy here at North Otago. Niels with the Thames Valley Rugby Union. He's done a good job. And of course, Whale as well. Wonderful first five playing his rugby up in Wanganui. Just to give you a bit of background on the Heartland 15. And a few, of course, representatives from the south. Of course, Jarvis Wallace, the NC Barbars and Southland coming off the bench. Played a bit of rugby at the Sydenham Club. Of course, Neil's been involved with. Rory Van Voot, Woodlands, Southland. And not the only ones from Southland. Joe Walsh is Woodlands as well. A few Southland guys out there and Otago players we mentioned before as well. Guys like Harry Taylor, the vice captain on the open side flank today, and of course Jeremiah Arcee. So a lot of guys who are in the region getting to play just up the road for them today. And Neil Jarvis Wallace, his rugby's certainly gone leaps and bounds as we see New Zealand Heartland honking that downfield up towards the touch line, up towards the halfway line, certainly the touch line.
Yeah, he came to Sydenham, which is strong in halfbacks always. They've still got three very good halfbacks, and he's a good little player, that guy. No wonder that Southland picked him up.
And great to see a lot of these, sides being represented and just being able to make the trip up for the Southland and Otago boys. Short trip up to Oamaru, or shortish, I should say.
Yeah.
As we see the Barbarians looking to get things going there. Flat pass, referee's got the knock on. Beautiful ball, the no-look pass from Willie Wright, but we will come back for the knock on the halfway line. But yeah, I mean, some really good players from NPC level out there and Heartland level for the Barbarians as well today.
Oh yeah, the Barbarians have got quite a sprinkler, haven't they? So they should be stronger because these are guys playing at that higher level. They're used to that. But as I was watching the last scrum, the Heartland boys are holding well in there.
Scrums improved, certainly. We'll have to be good here with their own loose head and feed. And
Joe Walsh on the side, you see a lot of, on the far side, this side where we're sitting, but he's always a tough competitor for Southland, isn't he?
That he is, and I'll tell you what, they look tough. Barbarians, some of you won't know some of these names. Some really good up-and-coming players coming through. Of course, Heartland 15 as well, but some of these Barbarian players, we're going to see more from them in the NPC, showcasing their skills, aren't we?
Yeah, and as I say, the scrum goes backwards that time, but they got the ball.
Here we go, Roberts Tanana, lovely work, some nice passing, getting the ball out to him. New Zealand Heartland 15 with one last opportunity here in this first half. Clark. Right. A lovely pick up there from Whakatava. But they cannot hold on to it. Just not being able to hold on the ball to attack seriously. Now they're in real trouble. Here's Van Voot racing away, links with his man, the halfback. Lovely ball there. McClay finds Cook, and that is a really nice, well-worked try, and they just look like they can strike from any given moment. That they have here. Suddenly 33 playing 20, 33 playing nil on half-time, kick to come. That is just simply superb rugby. I've got to credit the New Zealand Barbarians just showing there any sign of a gap, support, having two support runners, McClay, Kieran McClay, and then Joe Cook. That's deadly. That's ruthless rugby there.
Yeah, they almost stopped them, didn't they, Heartland? But they were just a bit more polished and brought the ball back inside and under the posts. Good play.
And they just look like they can strike from any given moment. Whenever the Heartland 15 side are unable to hold on to the ball, they're having to defend seriously. And the side's just, the counter-attacking's been tough to stop so far.
Indeed, yeah. No, they're going very well. The coach will be pleased. The interesting, the South Canterbury coach, Mr. Walsh, he'll have a few words at halftime, I think, won't he?
Yeah, I'd say Nigel Walsh will be giving them a slight spray, to say the least. But You can see they're really trying out there, the New Zealand Heartland 15. It is 35 playing nil here, of course, at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium in Oamaru. We're going to have Mr. Rawson in a heart and soul of North Otago rugby coming in to join me here on the halftime break. But just as we see, it's not quite halftime yet. So 35 playing zip. So we'll just update that scorecard very shortly for you here on the stream. But it is in fact 35-0. It is Naiata with the ball. Or has the ball, I should say. Ball in hand. Here we go. They're going to have another go. They're not going to die wondering today, this New Zealand Barbarians side, every time they attack. And wow, what a run there. And it is a penalty right on halfway line. It was a lovely dash here. And they're getting on with it. McClay, Van Voot. And here they go. And the Barbarians, once again, unable to hold on to it, but they did not want to stop. It should be half time. It is half time, so 35 playing nil here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium in Oamaru. And as you can see, the two sides coming off. New Zealand Barbarians well and truly slicing and dicing and causing havoc, mayhem, call it what you will so far. So New Zealand Heartland 15 with the work to be done here. And that's half time, and we'll be back very, very shortly having a bit of a chat here with North Otago Stewart, heart and soul of North Otago Rugby, any second, Chris Rawson.
Fantastic to see travellers and fans, supporters from far and wide. I can see supporters from East Coast and Poverty Bay scattered through the crowd. And Mahino. Great to see.
Right.
Welcome back. So it is half time, and as we can see, a very dangerous and dominant display so far from the New Zealand Barbarians. But I'm very lucky to be joined by astute North Otago supporter, steward of North Otago Rugby Union. He does a lot for this very proud province, Chris Rawson. Chris, great to have you on.
Good to see it. Good to be here, Donnie. It's just an unfortunate score for the Heartland team. They
Yes,
just haven't done
indeed.
a bit.
Yes, indeed. Feeling a bit sorry so far for, of course, your local boys that are out there playing for the Heartland 15. Of course, Josh Clark.
Yep.
Clark and Tau Fafita, of course, out there as well today playing for the Heartland 15. And junior Tau Fafita, brilliant players, but so far they've been on the back foot slightly. But I'll tell you what, to put it lightly, the picture out there, it's a Bobby Dazzler in terms of the ground. It's looking beautiful, great crowd in.
Yep, always
spectacle.
Always a good place to watch rugby. I reckon it's one of the best places in New Zealand. Just you're close, and it's just always beautiful here, eh? One of the unlucky days where we do get a bit of rare rain. Most of the time it's 30 degrees in the sun.
Oh, man. And I've seen you out in the sun. And tell us a bit about your involvement with North Otago and leading the supporters club.
Oh, we started the supporters club off about 30 odd years ago, and it was a rebuild there was one prior to that, but we just sort of started rebuilding from there, and we just got a few people involved, and away we go. The main thing is fun. We help out with the rugby union, like we'll burn the sausages this afternoon, but it'll be cool.
We're good to have the snags on.
Oh yeah, we've got to feed these fellas, but yeah, we need to give the steak to the Heartland guys and the sausages to the Barbarian side.
Well, great to hear that as well. And it'll be cool having a bit of an aftermatch down here at the ground itself and showcasing it's a beautiful ground. It's been around a while, of course, originally Centennial Park, and Oamaru, you would have seen some pretty good North Otago sides coming through here.
Yeah,
Let's
ever
talk
so.
Heartland rugby.
Well, when I was a kid, we used to compete against North Otago and beat them.
Yeah.
One of the only provinces that beaten Australia was North Otago. That's back a few years, or almost before my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but It's always a good place to be. I used to play for Union, which was a club that sort of defunct, and they've started a senior B team off in the last few years. And always come in here to watch games. It's been an awesome park. It used to be a dump.
Is that right?
Yeah, the whole thing right through was the local dump.
Look, I'll tell you what, it's not looking like one now. That's
No,
for sure, with the
no.
beautiful hills in the background. Interesting. to hear.
Picturesque. It's beautiful.
And tell me, I'm presuming, obviously, being one of the leads of the North Otago very proud supporters club, you get down to every Heartland game?
Oh, this year I've pulled a sickie, but most of the time we target a couple of trips away.
And
So
you travel? You go to a few away games?
yeah. Most of the time we go for two at least, and especially all the South Island games we try to get there, but North Island we target one, and just get up there and just be a bit vocal. Boys appreciate it, I think.
And you're still running? Oh, I'm sure they do. You've been doing it for many a year, and I'm sure it means a lot to them. And you're still running the yellow jackets we see, of course, on the television?
Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah, that's all. Just those old yellows. The jersey, North Otago jersey's changed a little bit this year, but we'll stay the good old golden oldies. Yeah, no, they're a good team to support, good young fellas, and it's good to watch the young fellas coming through from. Oh, geez, almost now we're watching from kids coming through there.
Yeah, you would be. And tell me, what does it mean to support this very proud province and seeing some great sides over the year? What does it mean to you?
Oh, it's just the love of the game, really, and it's just being a small union. It's really it's not hard to sort of get on, and everybody seems to join in with everything. It's just a good wee place to be. Oamaru's a good place to be brought up in, and they've got 6 teams to pick from. They actually had 6 senior B teams this year. It was the first time for a long time.
That's pretty special.
Oh,
they've
yeah.
been able to build. So club rugby is thriving. And who took out the senior B and Premier comps down here in North Otago this year?
Ooh, geez, that's a hard question. I know
Yeah, I wanna put you on the spot.
North Otago actually won the round robin with South Canterbury, Mid Canterbury, and I think Ellesmere in it as well. We won that.
That's the early comp. Do you know who took out the club comp down here?
It was either Union or Valley. Valley took
very
out
proud clubs.
Valley took out the senior.
Yes,
Yeah,
Valley
yeah.
took the senior one.
Yeah.
Great to see senior B's bulked up to 6 teams. And
Absolutely, and we've got a good women's team. They've actually developed their own club now, so they don't work under the union like they used to.
Great to hear that.
And we've got some good girls that going on to the Otago Spirit, and they're really picking up. So they've got high school girls now, that 2 high schools
Important to
joined
grow the
together.
game at the young level, of course,
Yeah. So they're going all right.
for the
Yeah.
women's sides, and that's what you want. You want your community and teams growing, both in the men's and women's game. So
Yep.
really nice to hear that. And you're looking forward to the second half action. Hopefully the Heartland 15 can look to throw the ball around and put some pressure on what's been a stellar Barbarians side so
Yeah,
far.
I'm going to have to change ends because we didn't see anything from another one, but I'm pretty confident if we go to the other end, the Heartland boys will pick up, and hopefully they start getting just the sheer size of the teams. And I watched the Heartland side warming up, thought, geez, some big buggers in there. Then the other side come out and, yeah, they've just been outpowered a wee bit, to be fair.
A lot of up-and-coming strong players on both sides. But you can see we're going to have some real talent in New Zealand rugby going.
Oh, we always fall, and it all comes from here. You know, you talk about like Richie McCaw was the first. His first representative game was North Otago as a
Spent a bit
kid.
of time, of course, down
Oh
there.
shit, yeah, you know, it didn't like he was born in Oamaru, and those guys have gone through, and it's just they got to start somewhere, and they all kids running around is just the way to do it. If they're doing any type of sport, to be fair, they're not getting into trouble. They're like team
Don't forget
sports.
you've got the famous Courier Club down here, of course, as well.
Oh yeah,
North Otago, you've had your...
those buggers have won the Citizen Shield for the last 2 or 3 years.
And I've had the Hayden Parkers, our Quassies, and
Oh yeah.
guys like Matthew Faddis playing some rugby, of course.
Oh,
Tim and boys,
Feds have
McCaw.
slowed down a wee bit.
Is Fed still playing or not?
Yeah.
Tell you what, you want him to slow down if you're playing against him. He
He
was
put-
lightning, of course.
He pulled
Okay,
a
otherwise-
hammy in the first game, so
Right.
he just only come back for the second part of the season, really. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether he pulled it or he just didn't want to play.
Yeah, it is good to see some players, and I'll tell you what, that North Otago Heartland side, they put some serious pressure on. Sadly for them, they fell away just a little bit right at the back end, but
Yeah.
a lot of hope going forward for that
Oh,
side.
yeah, and I think to my personal perception is perhaps they weren't just fit enough, to be fair. And like the rest, you put 21 points on a team and then all of a sudden you turn around and it's like a game of two halves, which is stupid.
Really is. And you see it a lot in the
Yeah.
Heartland.
Oh, shit,
Some
yeah. But,
serious attacking footy you do see.
oh, yeah, no, and they're all out there for the same reason, have a bit of fun. And it's good to see the teams that they get on afterwards, and it's just good old-fashioned footy, eh?
And tell us, what's the best part of being in part of the supporters club? What do you like most about it?
Well, our club's very, very tight knit, so we've probably been round all together for a long time. So we're just sitting up there having the old pint now and just chatting away. And we've got from 90-year-olds to younger fellas through the whole thing. So everybody just seems to get on, eh?
Quite incredible and quite remarkable that they do. People at different ages, as we see.
Look at the size of these
Yeah,
babes.
they are one sizable side. The Barbarians, of course, brought out by the captain, Quinton McDonald. Some serious size out there and physicality, and we're going to see more of it here in the second half.
Absolutely.
Chris Rawson, I'd just like to thank you so much. One of the heart and souls of North Otago Rugby and the Supporters Club. Very, very kind of you to join us.
No worries.
And
Enjoyed it.
entertain us, and looking forward to coming for a snag and a beer later in the piece. Thanks for coming
You'll
on.
be most welcome.
You're very kind.
Cheers.
Looking forward to it.
No worries. Good luck with the rest of it, eh?
So here we go. Thanks so much. And the second half shortly about to get underway. Of course, New Zealand Barbarians are out there, and just wonderful to chat with Chris Rawson here as we await the second half. So second half, as we can see, New Zealand Barbarians having a real chat. And we will see the Heartland 15 will come onto the ground. I bet they're having a big chat. They've got some work to do here. It was 35-0 as we see Willie Wright. What a player. 11 Heartland games for this New Zealand squad is quite remarkable considering they only play around 2 or 3 a year. Of course, with the COVID times that we have had, but they are out there, I'm sure. Head coach Nigel Walsh has had a few words. And of course, Mia Nakora, Poverty Bay, the assistant coach, the player in his own right too, and the manager, Thomas Zimmerman, who is heavily involved with Horowhenua Company, great man. And they would have had plenty of chat out there. And they've got some work to do. Of course, great coaching staff on the other side as well. The assistant coaches, Ryan Banbury, and man who doesn't need a huge introduction. CV, the size of the ground, really. Carl Hoft involved. What a player. As we see the Heartland 15 getting proceedings underway in the second half here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium in Oamaru. And they're certainly putting it on here in North Otago. We're just so lucky to be here with this beautiful scenery. Had a lovely drive south today, seeing the countryside and being able to see these New Zealand sides. And on to the field, looks like we've got a change in the New Zealand Heartland 15. But in the meantime, Morgan getting on with it. Gives it to his outside centre, Shane Anderson. What a year he had for West Coast in the Lahore Cup. He's played some rugby for South Canterbury in the past. And great to see him out there. And he's won his side a penalty, and marching forward they go. Tell you what, Neil, nice start here from New Zealand Heartland 15.
Yep, I think they'll, as we said, I think Nigel will have given them a, just, hopefully not just to rack up, but some ideas as well, and we might see something and see how we go.
So the Heartland 15 getting inside the 22-metre line. And here they come, rumbling forward. Opportunity for them in the first half, looking to get some points on the board. Fighting hard for it at ruck time. Referee's got him. Got the Barbarians for a knock-on. So it will be New Zealand Heartland Bull, and real chance for them here, just to look to hit back fresh after half-time now.
Yeah, there was a little bit of breeze, by the way, which favoured
Was a bit of a breeze
Barbarians in
blowing
the first half. So yeah, the kicks will go a wee bit further this time, and let's see how they go. There's probably good attack chance, isn't it? For quite a while.
Yes, indeed. Great attacking chance here. We love to see it. So Dane Whale has come onto the field. 23 for the New Zealand Heartland 15. He's a good player, very good player. For Wanganui, we've seen him and he's on the field, and Peter unfortunately unable to hold on to the ball. It will be the Barbarians' ball. They'll be disappointed not to be able to strike there. It's not quite happening for them. But Whale is on, just trying to see if there's any other changes. We will keep you updated as best we can. A couple of very good benches. Of course, we haven't talked about Moley and what a player he's been for the Marco. Sexton down in Southland, straight at Lincoln University. And guys like Harrison Jones, Casey, Rowland, Wallace. We've talked a bit about Milner and Tupou. A few Southland players there on the pine. And some real danger. Come on. Both benches. It'll be nice to see them showing their rugby prowess and skill. Here we go, the Barbarians. They have not stopped and strutting forward to the outside centre. Savaidi, they tuck it back on the inside. It is Harry Taylor dashing away. Unfortunately, though, for the Barbarians, they're unable to hold on to it. Really what, Naki Savaiti today, he has been one of the best players on the field. Long striding outside centre for the New Zealand Barbarians.
Yes, indeed. See, they're not very happy with a few chips there that the Heartland boys gave them there. Probably suggesting they weren't passing the best or something, but let's see the Heartland team make them pay.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they've been let off the hook a couple of times, that's for sure.
Chris Rawson has finally got his hat back. That's important for his
hat
image.
back. I might ask Chris for a North Otago hat myself later in the piece. Wonder if he's got any merch for us. And here we go. It's the New Zealand Heartland 15. What a character, and he's just great. You need those guys in rugby, rural rugby, and of course representing the provinces. An absolute pleasure. And for me as a kid, I actually saw this guy Rawson as a young kid growing up. I was spending time on the West Coast. He would come home and watch North Otago. He's still going. Of course, the mighty Penguins. What a take from the New Zealand Barbarians. Van Boot with the ball. Borix looking to hold him up. That was some take, not the easiest. Under the high ball. And they've been unable to hold on to it. Jeremiah Arcee showing how good a player he is. And it's subs are plenty about to roll on. 17 and 18, Tylega and Williamson coming on. And 22, 16 and 17, so it's Sexton for the Barbarians. 22 is Milne coming on to the field. So Sexton and Milne are on for the Barbarians. Tylega is on with Williamson for the Heartland 15. Great games. They've had Tyler Kearns has worked hard throughout the game. Connor Anderson coming off for the New Zealand Heartland 15, coming off for the Barbarians. They've been terrific today. Their front row, Joe Walsh, Quinton McDonald come off the loose head prop and Booker. So front row replacements galore. And of course, Okamata Kava has come off the field as well. And just to let you know, so it's Vaka Tylega on, and first names Adam Williamson. And of course, we have seen Jack Sexton on and Kobe Milne.
Now, Jack Sexton is a slightly larger man than Adam Williamson, but it'll be, nevertheless, it'll be an interesting battle here.
Yeah,
the side of the scrum.
Yeah, the bookends go. William Wright to get something going here for New Zealand Heartland 15.
They
have
hold them.
Put enough pressure on, shown some nice defence to thwart a couple of attacking opportunities. Here's Whale with the ball now. They have managed to hold off the Barbarians, who could have scored more points, in fact, if it wasn't for the defence and pressure forcing them into mistakes from the Heartland 15. Speaking of mistakes, another one made. 15. He's been good today. He hasn't held on to it that time. Fossil hold the lock for New Zealand Barbarians. Strong player. Very impressed with him.
William Wright standing up to a very big lock there. And,
Yeah, tearing over him, wasn't he?
holding his place against him. Great to see.
Yeah,
He's
certainly-
competitive, isn't he?
certainly wasn't backing down, was he? As we see the loose head in lead now. I'll have to tell you a bit more about.
Well, Adam won that one. He's
Yeah, he has scrum penalty.
Mr.
That's
Sexton
back for the
isn't happy.
Barbarians.
But Adam's smiling.
Yeah, he was brilliant. Their first game, of course, scoring a double, and he's fantastic for Canterbury. Of course, Adam Williamson. And just to talk about a whole, he's from the University of Otago big club, and I believe he's played some rugby for Otago as well. As we see now, the Bullerman, LPC. What a player he is. It has come on in the 16 jumper. El Pino, LPC. A few changes being made now. The player has come off what the New Zealand Barbarians side. There's Rossi Murphy has come off. Then it is Harrison Jones that has come on field. In the meantime, Heartland 15 with the ball. Nice play at scrum time. And they have not stopped trying. And here we go. Nice play by Malpisi, who has just come on the field. Unfortunately, though, finds himself slightly isolated. And it is Nyata who gets over the ball and does the damage on that occasion. The 6, it's tough. They just pounced straight away, didn't they?
Yes,
Nyata.
he's a good size, isn't he, for a 6?
Toyota Shuttles.
Once he gets over the ball, he's hard to move, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that would have been pretty tough, to be honest. Both line out now. New Zealand Barbarians leading this one, of course, 35-0 in case you're just jumping on. Thanks for joining the stream today. The old Asher Oliver, Creative Marketing, bringing you this one. Thanks to New Zealand Rugby, of course, and North Otago Rugby contributing as well, as we see New Zealand Barbarians who have not stopped, and will be another scrum. We've had a few scrums in the second half. New Zealand Heartland will get another crack here. And a few drop balls. I mean, it is a bit damp underfoot. It will be slippery out there. Be a bit like soap, that footy ball, I would have thought, Neil.
Yes, it's the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? They didn't make too many mistakes, the Barbarians, in the first half, but just dropping a couple here, and that's allowing the Heartland boys to really keep the pressure on. They're not letting them out of their half, really, which is great to see after being down 35-0.
Yeah, they won't give up, not for a minute. And a couple of the players that have impressed me that have not stopped trying and really get things going. Douglas Horrocks,
Yes.
very good. Number 8, William Wright. And you can see Briggs is doing some good things as well, but they've got to hold on to the ball. That ball retention will be for them. And credit to the Barbarians, they're putting on some extreme defence. And as you mentioned, when they get over the ball, pretty hard to stop them. But here we go. Here's a chance for the Heartland 15. Ball in hand now, over the halfway line, looking to get on with it. Nice kick in behind. Here's Tanana, who's coming in and coming fast. Unable to get the ball, and it is the right winger who does have it, Josh Gray, and the Barbarians managed to scramble this one back. They hadn't put it out, so a chance here for the Heartland 15. Here comes Briggs. Fletcher Morgan out wide. Here they go. Ranging wide, they've got the ball. Fafita heading towards the try line, taken out on the touchline. That's more like it, though, from the New Zealand Heartland 15.
Yes, Mr. Briggs from South Canterbury, he was highly rated by Matt Winter when he was doing the commentary on Wednesday, who knows him a bit better than I do, and he's just showed his worth there, didn't he?
Great player, Briggs. Also a famous family in New Zealand rugby, the Briggses. Spent some time up in Nelson. They have played their trade, father
Right.
and son. And Sam Briggs, one of the finest players playing in the Heartland Championship, without a shadow of a doubt. He's a really good pressure player and the pressure cooker in the big moments. And the man can kick a ball in.
Yeah, well, that was a beautiful kick on attack. I'm not the keenest man on kicking on attack, but that was a really good one.
And the Barbarians doing enough here. They're holding them out for now. 35 playing zip here, of course. Two New Zealand sides. Such a spectacle. Really impressed ground staff to do that on the back here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium, that's for sure. And these subs are, these fresh legs are helping, but it is a penalty.
Well,
All the shot and they're getting on with it, to say
William
the
Wright.
least. 21 with the ball, of course, Jarvis Wallace. And here they come. Look at the New Zealand Barbarians just eating metres for fun, heading up towards the 22 of the New Zealand Heartland side. They'll need to hold on to the ball here. 22 Mills unable to hold on to it, and it will be a penalty for the Heartland 15. And getting on with it straight away is Willie Wright. And here we go, Tanana lighting things up here, going straight through. Dangerous, he needs support, still going. Lovely run there from Roberts Tanana. Once again, it's frustrating to see he's isolated. Nobody's running off him. Needs someone coming off him. I know it's not easy. He's pretty quick, but they're showing such good signs and they just aren't able to get the job done here. They'll be frustrated, but they are not for a minute not trying out there. And here we go. They've got a chance here. They've got to bring it out a wee way. Whale holds on to it, around 30 metres out from their own try line here with the ball. And it is Tailaga. New Zealand Heartland 15, so we start again. The PC, they're certainly not dropping their chins, that's for sure. Dropping their lips, I should say. And here we go. Nice work out wide. There. Looking like an outside back, wouldn't he?
he was. He came onto that ball
Hey,
very well.
Walton out there. I want to see the player was lovely use of the wide channels from the New Zealand Heartland 15. No, it was the blindside flanker, Caleb Foote, who's got
He's had a good game,
more
hasn't he?
gas to burn. I'll tell you what, he had his boarding pass and he was taken off. Yeah. Bubbling, juggling display here from both sides with that ball. And it is a knock on. So we'll have the update scrum of the second half. Give everybody a chance to rest. There's still getting some running rugby in, not quite as much as the first half. New Zealand Heartland 15 have improved greatly already in this first half, Neil.
Yeah, it's been very competitive. Number 6 has just come off. I'm not sure if he's come off or he's just injured at the sideline there. He's had a storming game.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're going to get some water on. Everyone's stretching their legs. Taking a bit of a break here. It was 35 points to 0. Much sharper second half so far from the Heartland 15, who are showing they can attack. And the rain's held off really nicely. It's been a little bit out there. We've really seen it. We've been quite lucky sort of in the lead up to the game. Had a bit of drizzle coming over the hills. All right out there now.
Yeah, I did a mercy dash for the umbrella and I didn't need to, probably. Through the streets of Oamaru. Scrum right in front of us. Be able to see how this one goes. Oh no, man's right in the road now. You can see it, Donny.
Simply loving being out there in EOI here. And I can see it pretty well, but the supporters are getting as close to the action as they can get, aren't they? Right up by the hoardings, watching their beloved sides, provinces, regions.
I like William Wright is giving the ref quite a bit of
Family
advice.
members.
He's going to have a future in refereeing.
No surprises. Great man he is.
He's been right most of the time too, in my humble opinion.
He knows the game. Knows the game extremely well. He's been playing it long enough. I reckon he's got many years. And just saying a bit of a
He put the
Kia ora
elbow in
ko
there.
to he's opposite halfback Wallace. Let them know he's there. And here we go, Roberts Tanana, who's been one of the best attacking players from the Heartland 15. We've seen him have probably 3 or 4 opportunities where he's certainly made some big gains in the second half, and we'll come back. So New Zealand Heartland 15 so far, majority of the ball in the second half.
Indeed. I wonder if Mr. Tanana is a relative of Carl Tanana.
Believe he is, believe it's son. I could be wrong.
I think he plays as good as he did. What do you think?
He's a good player.
He's a
Carl
good player.
Tanana, a very good broadcaster. He is, and I've seen him play for East Coast. Had the privilege of commentating him on a couple of occasions, and he's a dangerous player. Here we go. 2 more subs coming on, and we have just looking now, 19 and 20 coming on for the Heartland 15. So Taumahuni and Haumata enter the fray for the New Zealand Heartland 15. So it is Aloni Taumahuni and Keanu Taumata. And here they go, getting on with it straight away come the New Zealand Heartland 15. Around 15 metres out, some nice ball play here from them. Lovely run straight away from Taumahuni. You know how dangerous a ball runner he can be. And here at ruck time, looking to get things going. Taumahuni, inches away from the line. Here come the Heartland 15, right the flat ball to Williamson. Williamson taking in a nice tackle. Still got it here, the Heartland 15 opportunity. Feeder looking to move it wide. They go. Here's the number 17. Look at him go. Ty Lager. Right. Long ball. Ta-da! Over in the corner. Try. Land 15 on the board here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium in Oamaru. Lovely work. They deserve that try well and truly, Neil. Nice wide ball from Willie Wright. Finding Renata Roberts Tanana. And just beautiful execution there, getting over in the corner.
It was. It started right over this side, didn't it? 19 and 20 both went hard at their man. And
they did.
bent
Taumahuni just come on the field as well.
the line and gave their forwards something to chew on. And then, yeah, great play. That was a really good try.
Number 21's just come onto the field. Local boy, Junior Akatau for feeder. North Otago. Great opportunity for him. I'll keep you updated. See if any more of the New Zealand Barbarians have come on and well rewarded, because this New Zealand Barbarians team has been simply outstanding. Their attacking play they just haven't stopped. They've shown no mercy. They've kept their foot on the gas, and they've deserved the strong lead they've had. But this is nice play from the New Zealand Heartland 15. Just saying, no, we're not going to give up, and we're going to throw the ball around and have a crack here. Nothing to lose. Last first-class game of the year. Fortunately, shaves that one. Not able to convert that one on that occasion, Briggs. So, 35 now playing 5. Plenty of time still to go here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium in Oamaru.
Well, we're almost halfway through.
Fraser Hannon certainly getting his work cut out here from the two sides.
We're almost halfway through the second half, and it's really been the Heartland team that's been on top. It's great.
Yes, yeah, it is. Tale of two halves. They'll just want to look to convert some more points, really restore some pride. I mean, there's still a very outside mathematical chance they could do it. But 30 points is 30 points, but that won't bother them. They'll be really happy with the way they've come out after, sure, Nigel Walsh and co had a chat with them at half-time. But here come the Barbarians, who are so dangerous. Their two wingers, RC and Gray, are so athletical, and they bring so much. Let's talk about the Barbarians here for a minute, who are getting a wide cook. Now they go wide. It was, of course, Tupou who has come on. And now the Barbarians find themselves hot on attack, looking to strike in the second half. Some nice play here from the Barbarians. Now getting themselves a little bit of ball. And here we go, up towards the 22-metre line. And pressure coming on. Ripped at the back. Good time. Red and white army. And unable to hold on to the ball. And it is New Zealand Heartland 15 who have come up with it. There's some nice play from the Barbarians. And that's a nice kick in behind, putting some pressure on. Beautiful stab kick there, Neil. That gives the Heartland a nice opportunity inside their own 22 here. Around 15 metres out with the line there.
Yeah, again, good work by some of those players we've named a bit. And I suppose you've also got to think about, you often forget the tight forwards, but the locks have been running around that field quite a while today, and they are competing. So it's great to see from the Heartland division that these guys, given the opportunity, can really put some effort in, can't they? There's a couple on here that they wouldn't shame some of these NPC teams, would they?
Actually right. Know how long the Barbarians sort of been together in camp for. I know the Heartland team been together for a couple of weeks. The Barbarians met a few days back, I'm sure, and got a training or two in. And here we go, Leroy Niels, putting pressure player Diaz onto the field, the Thames Valley man for the Heartland 15. And here we go, here comes Fletcher Morgan. His Neil's fellow Thames Valley teammate. Now Niels with the ball, and unfortunately they have passed it to the Barbarians just as they were looking once again hot on attack. And looking to blow over that. Serious pressure here coming from the Heartland 15. New Zealand Barbarians do a good job on defence and come up with the ball, and they're looking to run it out from their own half. This is a massive risk and some terrible passing, to say the very least. Not something they've been doing all game. They've been so structured and so skillful and calculated all game, taking risk when they need to, trying to take a risk. What are they doing there on that occasion, running it outside the 22? I guess it's the lead they've built up, deciding they can chance their arm there.
Indeed. Number 19, Keanu Tomata, he's impressed me in that last little play as well. Poverty Bay.
He's been good
play
since he's come on. A former Shirley rugby club.
Oh, was he? Viking.
Christchurch, 85 games for the Shirley rugby club.
Oh, really?
Shirley boy.
Really?
Christchurch, he reckons one day he might go back and look to play 100. Right, the ball's taken down. Josh Clark, the local lad, North Otago. Here comes the drive from the Heartland 15. Adam Williamson on the back. Coming in. Nice work from this maul. Niels. Banana's shown more toe than a Roman sandal today. Been brilliant. Working hard, the Heartland 15 inches away from the try line here. They won't get a better opportunity than this. All at the back of the ruck. We're watching closely. Strong work coming in from the Barbarians. Try, give him. No, just waiting to see. I don't believe he put his arm up like it was a try, but it's waiting to see, is he given the try or is it a penalty? The New Zealand Barbarians, he's got his hand up. It is in fact a penalty. We thought they were over. That would have made things a little more exciting. We're disappointed they didn't quite get over there, the Heartland 15, but courageous work from the New Zealand Barbarians, earning themselves a penalty. They've just been so astute getting over the ball, and just the physicality there, attacking that ruck. Beg your pardon, attacking the ruck, simply outstanding. Their match experience well and truly showing there. Some huge credit to them. Here we go, Moley throwing this in. That's a very nicely taken line out from the New Zealand Barbarians. They're a class outfit, they really are. And here we go, straight through is Jeremiah Arcee breaking the first tackle, and they look to spin things wide here. The New Zealand Barbarians, we know how dangerous they are with their shape play. And it will be a penalty to the Heartland 15. Nice work there, and they've been marched. Getting on with it.
Ooh.
There's a bit of scuffle, and if he finds Morgan here, they could be in real trouble. Morgan on the inside. Here come the Heartland 15. Over he goes. Is Niels. The two Thames Valley players linking up, and the Heartland 15 are over. Here they come. Neil, some nice play. Suddenly two back-to-back tries.
Well, a guy with a good name like Niels, I noticed him just further back there do a really important tackle, put one in, so it's good to see he's defending and attacking. Great play.
The second half certainly been a little bit more competitive, hasn't it? Nice fight here being shown from the Heartland 15, who are not completely dead and buried yet.
Got a good view of this one. See how she goes.
Punished in the first half by the New Zealand Barbarians in majority of ways. Face play, rucks, more set piece, but tell you what a different side out there, and he banks it. Nice work from Sam Briggs.
Sam Briggs from South Canterbury.
So 35 now, playing 12.
Well, I was at the Methven game, luckily enough to be at that while I was on the.
It was a tale of two halves as
Yeah,
well.
they came
17 at half time, weren't
They came back strongly in the second half. It's quite surprising, really, because you'd think the Heartland guys wouldn't be quite as fit. They don't have quite the time off at work to get the fittest, but yeah, they like coming back into the game, that's for sure.
Yes, and Neil, glad you explained that to those that didn't see the game, of course, up there in the high veld in Methven, and it was simply phenomenal. Being all but deadlocked at half time and then blowing away and scoring 21 points in that second half. The New Zealand Heartland 15, so they show they are a second half side. 35 playing 12 here. They'll be really fighting against the clock here to get this done, but I'm sure they won't stop trying. As the ball comes down here the back of the ball, and the box kick from Niels to get it downfield, and the Barbarians with the ball. Van Voot. Chance here for the Barbarians. They won't stop every time they get the ball on attack. They are red hot. Josh Gray goes there for a run. Huge meters. Van Voot throws it wide. Finds Van Voot on the inside, and he finds his man who's racing towards the corner. And the touch judge has got him out, so Milne unable to get over on that occasion. Kobe Milne, some lovely play from Van Voot on a couple of occasions, linking with his men. Unfortunately for Milne, he wasn't able to get over. Him and Tupou looked good down the wide channel, so here come the Barbarians. Heartland 15 with some work to do here. And they settle things down around 15 metres out, so they've got a bit of pressure here in defence, but tell you what, these two teams are not stopping here in the second half.
That was good rugby by both sides, wasn't it? The
Indeed.
Barbarians were very quick on attack there, and I was surprised Heartland actually held them out, and then they quickly went back at them. So both sides really putting some effort in. We've got, as I think you were talking about at halftime, we've got some great players in New Zealand, really, haven't we? You see this level of players playing so well.
Yeah, it's certainly promising. Certainly promising. New Zealand rugby will be really happy on the whole, and getting the spectacle we deserve.
Must be hard for the selectors in Heartland to sort of pick across so many teams, but they've done a good job, haven't they?
They've done a really good job. It would not be easy at all. Nicely taken line out there. Casey having no problems, and here come the Barbarians. Not to be on that occasion, some nice defence from the Heartland 15, but really well, just as we talking about how good the Heartland 15 side, we see Barbarians coming back hard and fast, and we expected it. Cameron Rowland has come onto the field, jersey number 20. Dave Dillon's done a very good job with this Barbarian side. Wouldn't have had a lot of time to work together, and the way they've gelled some of these amazing tries they've scored today, it's like they've known each other for years on end, and really what, they don't all play for the same province, so highly impressed the way they've gone about their work. Well and truly do deserve their 35-12 lead. As we can see, sending it downfield is Briggs. The Barbarians aren't going to die wondering. They're getting on with it. Cook. And they go to the outside. Hussey. Referee says gone back. And Hutchie's saying it is a line out. And it will be New Zealand Heartland 15's ball. As we await the line out. Taken down by the Heartland 15, some real pressure on, but referee's got a penalty for the New Zealand Barbarians dragging the Heartland player down at line out time. Will be Briggs putting this into touch. Not a bad kick.
That wasn't bad at all, was it? There's been some great kicking.
Worse.
been a lot of games this year, if you look back over the season, where you get a bit annoyed at the kicking, but in this game, both sides have done some really good kicks.
Nice technicians out there
Yeah.
who really spend a lot of work honing in on their skills with their kicking game. Have to in this first class era we're in. They go wide, Heartland 15, try the grubber. Real pressure at the back here. 22, just getting there. I tell you what, Fletcher Morgan was bearing down on him like a seagull on a chip.
He's fast. I saw him in the
Milne puts it down.
playing Mid Canterbury for Tums 10 well against Mid Canterbury. He was quick in that game. Very quick winger. I think he's been down here, isn't he, Donny? Lincoln College, maybe?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, he's at Lincoln College, Lincoln University rugby club side. He's playing for him Christchurch.
No, I still call it Lincoln College.
Yeah, the old school. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, yeah, and then I can
Here we go.
Skied about North Otago and players from North Otago that have played at Lincoln have been pretty good.
Nice grubber through and almost regathered. Some nice play. Neil's really looking to make things happen. He's come on, unfortunately, unable to hold on to ball for the Heartland 15. And the Barbarians team show some nice defence. And they're looking to run things out from their own try line. And credit to them, they're doing it with absolute ease here. Galloping away, and there's some real trouble out wide here. Racing away is the left winger. Can he link up Arcee? Don't you worry about it. He has. He's found Casey on his inside and under the horns, running that from their own 22-metre line. That is some try there, and the Barbarians showing just how good they are. 19 over Lucas Casey. 40 now, playing 12, and that's the thing with this New Zealand Barbarians side. As soon as they've got some ball and got some room, they've got work to do, and those players will be pretty knackered out there. Of course, they've had to do a lot of tackling today, the New Zealand Heartland 15. So 40 points to 12 here.
Well, it's taken them 31 minutes to get on the board in the second half, so that shows you.
Got to go to the Heartland 15 for that.
And as you say, they were very quick there, well played.
Successful conversion, Kobe Mill. Not sure of that for the New Zealand Barbarians side. And just some really good play there from the Barbarians. Their passing game has been phenomenal. And just finding inside guys, having the inside and the outside runners on their shoulder throughout the game in the Heartland 15. We just wait for them to come back to the halfway line. Got a couple of the local kids down here enjoying themselves. Popped up to the commentary window here to a quick g'day.
They're all wearing the All Black gear too.
Fun on the sunk. Great to see them wearing their New Zealand gear, New Zealand Heartland tops. And unfortunately, that one's gone out, so we're going to come back to the scrum on the halfway line. 42 points to 12. This one here at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium in Oamaru. November rugby, eh? Big season for some of these guys. I'm sure they'll be looking forward to having some time off, getting back to their families, but would have been loving the experience of being in camp with one another, I'm sure, Neil.
Yes, I saw them the last kickoff doing a lot of pointing the guys from the Barbarians because, of course, they haven't had, as you've said, much time for practice. They're still working out their positionings on defence, etc. But must be a bit of a thrill also. The rugby union look after them, don't they?
Here we go. Some nice work here. They do. Nice ball from Arcee and the kick. Van Voot, what a try. Lovely grubber in behind from Arcee. And Van Voot runs onto it. And I'll tell you what, the Barbarians are running away with this one in quite some style here. Beautiful rugby here played by we're seeing showcase from the Barbarians. And they've hit back in a strong way out these last 5 minutes. The New Zealand Heartland team are looking pretty buggered. They've had to do a lot of tackling. Suddenly scores out to 47-12 here now.
Yeah, that's probably what we did predict a little bit, but they've still got to do it. They're good passing. Nice try.
Nice passing, kicking. Just the back three of Gray, Arcee and Van Voot have been splendid.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Seen Gray
highly skilled.
guy I've never seen before, but yeah, he's impressed me in the second half. I've seen him in a few moments there that he's really done well. Got a bit of acceleration.
Plenty of speed to burn. Quicker than a rat up a drain pipe I've been today. That back 3 for the New Zealand Barbarians.
It's over.
And successful conversion. Very nicely taken there. That is, of course, the 22, Kobe Milne, who successfully converts. 49 now, playing 12. And a very deserved try from the New Zealand Barbarians, who have had a bit of work to do in the second half. They've had to do a bit of defending. They've let in a couple of tries, but at the same time, they've said we're not taking the foot off the gas here. And so many young players I'm so excited to see playing in future. And here we go, they're going again. They're going to the wide channels. It's worked for them all day. Why not continue on? RC makes a few to drag down. Love to see the running meters of Jeremiah RC today. And they take this back towards the centre of the ground, taking their time here, the Barbarians. Off the back, Van Voot looks for a nice flat ball. Can't quite find his man, and the ball has gone forward. And will be a New Zealand Heartland put into the scrum here. Not long to go now. Thanks so much for obviously tuning in and watching this one.
Favourite North Otago player of all time, Donnie? Have you got one? I've got one. Lincoln College, of course. Ian Hurst.
Ian Hurst would have to be up there, of course.
It'd be hard to beat him, wouldn't it?
It'd be hard to beat the All Black Ian Hurst. He was, I should say he was a brilliant player in his own right. I'm trying to think of one of the favourite North Otago players that I've seen. I'm a huge fan of Josh Clark, captain, who's out there now, but we have seen some brilliant players in our time play for North Otago. Have a think about that. Banana scampering away down the touchline. Unfortunately, the referee has called that back. I need to think of some other great North Otago players that have impressed me.
Way back, I remember Phil Gard was a pretty tidy player. I think...
yeah, Phil Gard was
did
good.
IST Smith, the famous IST Smith, started in North Otago, I think. He was an All Black winger.
I remember Gard and I remember Hurst.
Yep.
Hadn't heard of Smith.
He was Otago as well, but I had a feeling he came from North Otago at one point. Ian Hurst's son Ben played at Sydenham and a bit for Canterbury, I think, too, didn't he?
Not a bad player, Ben Hurst, Billy.
Tidy halfback.
Billy Gott, of course, the late Billy Gott. A good player down here. Fettis has played a bit. Wharafihi. We've had some good ones, that's for sure. Having a bit of a look. Mike Maver played some rugby here. Mike Maver was around for a wee while. Other noted player, Ian Smith, as you mentioned. Oh, Matt Saunders, of course. Played some rugby down here. And, of course, played rugby for Otago. Good outside back. Saunders can play in the centres as well. And a nicely taken line out there. Beautiful Chris taking Caleb Foot. They've impressed me. That line out time, New Zealand Heartland 15. Got some good tool jumpers. As we can see, PC now with the ball. And New Zealand Heartland. It's in the name, showing the heart. And so they should be. 49 playing 12. They want to get one more score here for sure. Briggs. Taking to the line. Some nice defence on him. All spilt out. And try given.
Oh.
Try is given. So he said it's gone back. And it is Niels. Leroy Niels, who has come on and a try to the New Zealand Heartland 15. They've been impressive in the second half. That's their third try of the game. And 49 now playing 17, just moments away from full time in this one. To come. New Zealand Barbarians leading the New Zealand Heartland 15. Nice. Try there for Niels and successfully converted.
Is converted. It was scored by number 22, Leroy Niels.
Score now after Leroy Neal's try. 49 plays 19 here. Sun is shining. And barbecue and aftermatch coming up very shortly, which I'm sure a lot of these travelling players will enjoy. Majority of players have come from out of town.
I get the
Of
impression
course,
you're
the
looking
local
forward to
boys.
that, Donny.
Looking forward to giving the voice a rest, but yeah, it'd be nice. Nice to have some lunch at some point in time today. Been a while
Sexton
since
going
I
quickly.
had Brecky and Ashburton. Sexton's done a good job, but let's not worry about our appetites and thirst at this time. Let's keep going with this game because it has been everything of a spectacle. And here come the New Zealand Barbarians. They certainly haven't stopped once again using the wide channels.
Oh, good run.
Big run from Tupou. He's been strong. Left the ball behind. And a knock on, and it will be loose head and feed to the New Zealand Heartland 15.
And appealing to the TMO there, but no luck here this level.
And see the coaching staff start to make their way down to the front here.
I'm virtually up. Might have a good attack here. We're talking about it anyway.
Oh, how's that for a pass from Briggs? Nice work here, New Zealand Heartland 15 now the ball. Potentially one last opportunity for them, throwing it wide to Nana. Boot the ball, in behind. Need a good bounce here. Oh, they almost got one. I'll tell you what, he's done well to judge there, Joshua Gray. And now Gray will look to bring it outside his own 22. Tanana looking to rip the ball off him, doing his absolute best. It was certainly on. And here comes the pressure from the New Zealand Heartland 15, who have not stopped trying. It looked like they were almost getting over the ball there. They haven't got it. Van Vooten, here come the Heartland 15. I beg your pardon, here come the Barbarians. Now putting pressure on, but they've kicked it away. Here's Briggs. Briggs slicing and dicing up to the halfway line for the Heartland 15. Neither side wanting to die with the ball here, being a real trend of this game. They'll get a penalty
I
here.
think he was lying on the other man, wasn't he? He wasn't really supporting his body weight there. I'll call it as that anyway. Riggs a bit injured after a splendid bit of play there by him.
It was some nice play. Linking well with his boys.
Took about 5 metres
Whale
there
pops
forward.
it out. Indeed. And up and 25 metres out. New Zealand Heartland 15 with the ball. Sun shining at the Whitestone Contracting Stadium here in Oamaru. Again, a big thanks to New Zealand Rugby, North Otago Rugby. Referee's done a fine job today, Fraser Hannon.
Yes, he is, isn't he?
And of course, these two camps, these two wider squads. And of course, Asher Oliver, Creative Marketing, who's given you guys the opportunity to actually see this game. Here comes a wide kick. Can they finish in style? Fletcher Morgan, try! Over! What a lovely finish for the Heartland 15. Not quite the victory they hoped for, but a very nicely worked try. And certainly putting a little bit of respectability onto the scoreline, to say the very least. 49 now playing 24, kick to come.
I see his ex-teammate, probably Mr. Sexton there, giving him congratulations.
It's great to see, actually, to former Lincoln University rugby players, and credit a massive congratulations today to the New Zealand Barbarians side, who've been simply outstanding, but also to the New Zealand Heartland 15. What a second half with a kick to come. 26 points they have scored. Just wait for confirmation. 26 second half points. So really hearty, and I know I'm using that word a lot, but a very classy second half, and they will go in holding their heads high. So it is the New Zealand Barbarians who take this one out, 49 points to 26 over the New Zealand Heartland 15. Once again, a massive thank you to the creative marketing team here, the Olivers, senior and junior, bringing you this one, the rural live stream. I'm Donny Bell. It has been an absolute pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to broadcast this for you. Thank you so much for tuning in today and for the work that has been done by these players, putting on what has been a spectacle. Of course, 75 points scored out there, plenty of running rugby. And grads again to the winning side. New Zealand Barbarians taking this one over the New Zealand Heartland, 15-49 points to 26 here in Oamaru. And that from us, we are checking out. Been very grateful to be here. But for now, mā te wā.